Hi, I'm Kep Kepner, CPA here in Dallas. Well, I've mentioned that the number of audits by the IRS is declining in real numbers and percentage. Who are they auditing? Well, let me tell you a couple of groups that are on the scope of the IRS. One of them are credit counseling services. Credit counseling services are able to be tax exempt because they're treated kind of like a charity. Their job is to help that poor taxpayer who has way too much debt and to help them get on the path to living within their means. So they educate their customers on that. Well, what the IRS found is that many of these companies are getting huge fees from their customers and they're selling debt adjustment services. So these commercial services are providing a great amount of profit. So what's happening is the IRS says, hey, wait a minute. If you're supposed to be a charitable organization, then you shouldn't have to pay tax. But if instead you're selling all these commercial services, you're not really a tax-exempt organization. So the IRS is going after them and deducting and saying that they're not eligible for the tax exemption, and they're charging them a great deal of tax. Another group that is currently under surveillance, if you would, are actors and actresses. Now, I happen to have a couple, and so the actors that are my clients are very careful about segregating what is their real business expense from their personal life. So the IRS, when they audit, they have a right to ask for evidence of the kind of expense it is and to also ask for evidence that it was paid. If you don't have both of those, they can deny the expense. In the world of acting, you can be an actor or an actress in Dallas and be on the screen in Los Angeles. You don't have to fly out there. You can be shot here in a commercial or what have you, still being in Dallas. So you don't necessarily have all the expenses that you used to by flying to LA to be in a commercial. You also may have, though, some special kinds of communication so that you can record in your studio and send that recording around the world, for that matter. So if you're an actor or an actress, you can deduct those business expenses, but you have to be very careful to include only the ones that are eligible for deduction as business expenses and not for personal use. Your car, it's business if you go to an audition. Well, that's very clear. But what is it if you go down to Kinko's and take a look at some software that lets you record things, and on the way back you stop at the grocery store to get groceries for your house, and you pick up your kid on the way, so she's at school and now you want to bring her home. What part of that is really business and what part is personal? The IRS can look at those things and they can ask you questions about it, and you have to defend your business expenses if asked. So you need to be on top of that if you're an actor or an actress, because that's one of the things that the IRS is looking for. So there's a whole lot of case law about actors and actresses dating back to the kinds of clothing that Liberace wore, and whether that clothing was a costume or was available to wear anything, to go to the store or what have you. So if you're an actor or an actress who buys things that are used both for personal use and for your business, if you're audited, you probably are not going to be able to deduct those things. So you need to have a CPA that's up on top of that, and you need to manage your business in such a way that your CPA can prepare a complete and accurate return and educate you about the kinds of deductions that are valid deductions for your business. If you need help with this, let us know, because we can help you.